And here we are once again, my brothers and sisters, for another study in God's Word. I want to welcome you and thank you for being here. And today we find ourselves in one of the most unique passages in all of Scripture. This is about a donkey who talks to the man of God. You know, God knows how to communicate. And when you're not listening, God will use extraordinary measures to help you understand. And that's exactly what we see today in a man called Balaam. Let's look at it in Numbers 22. Then the Israelites traveled to the plains of Moab and encamped along the Jordan across from Jericho. Now Balak, now that's not the guy, that's Balak. This is a king. He's son of Zippor. He saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. So the word is getting out that this nation of Israel is something to contend with, that God is moving through them, that they are victorious as they do what God commands them to do. So it says something so clearly. And Moab, another neighboring country, was terrified because there were so many people. Indeed, Moab was filled with dread because of the Israelites. Now, just to help you get your bearings, you see the Dead Sea there. Here's Arad. We saw the king of Arad get conquered yesterday. Here's Moab. It's on the eastern side of the Dead Sea. We were just told that they were across the Jordan from Jericho. So we know that their camp, the Israelite camp, is somewhere over here in this region. Not exactly positively able to identify it, but somewhere around here, okay? Here's the story. The Moabites said to the elders of Midian, this horde, that's what they're calling the Israelite community, this horde is going to lick up everything around us as an ox licks up grass of the field. So Balak, son of Zippor, who was king of Moab at that time, sent messengers, here we go, to summon Balaam, son of Beor, who was at Pethor near the river in his native land. Balak, that's the king of Moab, said, a people has come out of Egypt. They cover the face of the land and have settled next to me. So, here we see Balaam introduced. Why is he introduced? Because the king of Moab feels threatened. Why does the king of Moab feel threatened? Well, there's really no obvious statement that says why. He knows Israel's conquered people before, and I'm sure he's fearful that he's going to be conquered. But we haven't seen that, and it hasn't been threatened to him that that's what's going to happen. Nonetheless, he summons Balaam. All right, there we're introduced to the one he is going to ask to do something for him. Now watch what he asks. He says in verse 6, now come and put a curse on these people. Hey, Balaam, I want you to talk to God for me. This is a pagan king, and yet he believes that Balaam has the authority or the power or the spiritual strength to call on God. I want you to come put a curse on these people. So you can go all the way back to Genesis 12, right? What does God say? If somebody blesses you, I'm going to bless them. That's what he says to Abram. If somebody curses you, I'm going to curse them. That's the promise of God. Well, here we see Balak calling Balaam and saying, I want you to put a curse on these people because they're too powerful for me. Perhaps then I'll be able to defeat them and drive them out of the country, for I know that those you bless are blessed and those you curse are cursed. Balaam, I think you have the chops to get this done. The elders of Moab and Midian left, taking with them the fee for divination. Oh, okay, so we're going to offer Balaam some payment, right? You come up with the right curse for these people, and we're going to give you a lot of money. When they came to Balaam, they told him what Balak had said. So they deliver the king's message. Spend the night here, Balaam said to them, and I will give you back the answer the Lord gives me. So the Moabite princes stayed with him. Now, listen to this. God came to Balaam and asked, who are these men with you? Okay, It's not like God doesn't know, but we're setting up the story. Balaam says to God, Balak, son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent me this message. A people that has come out of Egypt covers the face of the land. Now come and put a curse on them for me. Perhaps then I will be able to fight them and drive them away. Put a curse on them for me. All right, so we're told in the narration that God fully understands the objective of the Moabites approaching Balaam. Okay, but God said to Balaam, oh, now we need to pay attention to this because this is really going to play into the latter part of this story. God says to Balaam, what? Do not go with them. Okay, now that's pretty clear, isn't it? What's he supposed to do? Don't go with them. I mean, I'm not a prophet or a son of a prophet, but I can get that. Don't go with them. Oh, okay. You must not put a curse on those people. Oh, well, there's a second thing Balaam's not supposed to do. He's not supposed to go with them. He's not supposed to put a curse on them because they are blessed. God says, look, I've already told Abraham, if somebody blesses you guys, I'm going to bless them. And if they curse you, I'm going to curse them. And these people are blessed. They belong to me. So don't go with them. Don't put a curse on those people. That's what Balaam is told. Well, the next morning, Balaam got up and said to Balak's princes, go back to your own country, for the Lord has refused to let me go with you. Well, that sounds pretty good. He's going to obey. So the Moabite princes returned to Balak and said, Balaam refused to come with us. So we would think that might be the end of the story, but verse 15, then Balak sent other princes, more numerous and more distinguished than the first. Okay, so the king of Moab, Balak, he doesn't give up easily. All right, we're going to try it again, guys. Let's get some more guys. Let's get some more distinguished guys. They came to Balaam and they said, this is what Balak, son of Zippor, says. Do not let anything keep you from coming to me, because I will reward you handsomely and do whatever you say. Come and put a curse on these people for me. Okay, time out. Balaam, you went to God, you asked him what to do. God told you what to do. Now a man, a king, okay, he's a king, but still he's just a guy, is telling you to disobey what God said. And what does he also do? He kind of entices Balaam with, we're going to reward you handsomely and do whatever you say. So, Balaam says, even if Balak gave me his palace filled with silver and gold, I could not do anything great or small to go beyond the command of the Lord my God. Now that sounds so good. Way to go, Balaam. That's exactly what God told you to do, and you're doing it. That's fantastic. Now, stay here tonight as the others did, and I will find out what else the Lord will tell. Wait a minute. I will find out what else the Lord will tell me. The Lord already told you. That night God came to Balaam and said, since these men have come to summon you, go with them, but do only what I tell you. Okay, so now God is saying, look, I see greed in your heart. I've already told you what I want, and you're coming back to ask me again. Okay, so there's some sort of acquiescence here on God's part to say, if you're willing to disobey me, I'll give you further instruction, but you're out of bounds. When you go to the New Testament, you find Balaam's error described in the book of Jude. It says, woe to them. Well, who's it talking about? False teachers, false teachers. They have taken the way of Cain. They have rushed for profit into Balaam's error. They have been destroyed in Korah's rebellion. Now that's talking about false teachers, but it tells us that Balaam's error is about profit. That somehow Balaam is not working to honor God in every way. He wants the money. All right? So, what does Balaam do? Balaam can say, no, I'm not going. You told me not to go. I'm not going. What does Balaam do? Balaam got up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. Hey, cool, I might get a big payday out of this. Let's go. I don't really care what God has told me or what he wants. I'm going to do what I think will benefit me the most. Well, let's say it this way. God doesn't like that. But God was very angry when he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the road to oppose him. So now God is supplying a spiritual force to stop Balaam. Balaam was riding on his donkey, and his 2 servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, notice it's not the prophet that figures it out, it's the donkey. The ass knows that the angel's standing there, but the prophet has no idea. So when the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand, she turned off the road into a field. Balaam beat her to get her back on the road. And then the angel of the Lord stood in the narrow path between 2 vineyards with walls on both sides. Now there's no way to pass or get off the road. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she pressed close to the wall, crushing Balaam's foot against it. So he beat her again. There's the second beating. Now, this is going badly for the donkey. Then the angel of the Lord moved on ahead and stood in a narrow place where there was no room to turn either to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, so now we see it 3 times. The donkey knows what's going on. The prophet doesn't know what's going on. Every time the donkey stops out of fear for the angel, she gets beat. She lay down under Balaam. He was very angry and beat her with his staff. Wow, verse 28, then the Lord opened the donkey's mouth. Oh, God's going to talk to the prophet through the donkey. And she said to Balaam, what have I done to you to make you beat me these 3 times? Balaam answered the donkey. So now he's having a conversation with his donkey. You have made a fool of me. If I had a sword in my hand, I would kill you right now. The donkey said to Balaam, am I not your own donkey, which you have always ridden to this day? Have I been in the habit of doing this to you? Well, no, he said. Then the Lord opened Balaam's eyes, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with his sword drawn. He bowed low. He fell face down. Oh, so by 31, Balaam's finally waking up to the spiritual reality that God has told him not to go. The angel of the Lord asked him, why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? I have come here to oppose you, because your path is a reckless one before me. Hey, Balaam, I already told you not to do this. You keep coming back to me, telling me you don't know what to do. What should you do? Okay, so let me let you have the next lesson. You go ahead, start down the road, and let me help you understand the spiritual impact of your bad choice. You're on the reckless path. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. This is the angel speaking. If she had not turned away, I would certainly have killed you by now, but I would have spared her. Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, I have sinned. Okay, Balaam, now we're starting to make progress. I have sinned. I did not realize you were standing in the road to oppose me. Now, if you are displeased, I'll go back. Well, now God's plan shifts. The angel of the Lord said to Balaam, no, go with the men, but speak only what I tell you. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. I want you to go say only what I want you to say. So Balaam's going to do it. When Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went out to meet him at the Moabite town on the Arnon border at the edge of his territory. Balak said to Balaam, did I not send you an urgent summons? Why didn't you come to me? Am I really not able to reward you? In other words, hey, you're kind of late, and I have lots of money here waiting for you. Why did you take so long? 38, well, I have come to you now, Balaam replied. But can I say just anything? I must speak only what God puts in my mouth. Then Balaam went with Balak to Kiriath-Huzoth. Balak sacrificed cattle and sheep and gave some to Balaam and the princes who were with him. And the next morning Balak took Balaam up to Bamoth Baal, and from there he saw part of the people. And what happens next? I'll see you tomorrow. That's when we'll find out. God bless you, church. Serve him well.
Who is it who for sinners shed his blood, and now for cleansing all can plunge beneath that flood? It's Jesus.